Hello and welcome to the vlog. Where is she? There she is. So this is my start of my vlogging journey where I'm going to show you the ups and downs of breaking in an unhandled 4-year-old and taking it all the way through to be a riding horse. This is quite an exciting journey. It's one that I've done many times in the past with horses for work and as part of my job, and a few of my own horses too. This is the first time I'm doing it on the livery yard though, which could be a little bit exciting. And yeah, so come along with me and let's see how it goes. First of all, we've got to start with the catching. So Rosie had been in a herd with other horses and had been caught maybe periodically, but now she needs to be on a routine. And one of the biggest things was, as much as I obviously want to get some weight on her, I don't want to have her out 24/7 because she's not going to learn that humans are good if all I do is drag her in to do stuff with her. So at the moment, she's out overnight and in during the day, and I had to teach her how to be caught regularly, not just by me, because it's not just me that handles her. See, that's one of the things when you're in a livery yard, they've got to be able to do everything for everyone. So I started off by having a catching rope on her, which I'll insert a photo of here, and then I just slowly went about, and literally in a week, oh hello Rosie, in 1 week she's gone from being really nervous to be caught to being absolutely fine, and not just with me but also all my friends can catch her now and everything's great. They're not always this easy. She's been incredibly easy, but how I've helped it is I've always made sure that I've had lots of time when I've caught her, that I've set her up to get it right. And that's the biggest thing with youngsters. You must make it easy for them to do the right thing and harder for them to do the wrong thing. So I just want to show you, my friend captured a really, really cute moment of the first time that Rosie actually just accepted me. This is how we have to do it, don't we? Oh, good girl. Yeah, give me some nice. Should we put the gloves on? Walking to and from the field has been the biggest challenge for Rosie, and we got numerous things here that don't really help. I'll just flip it around. So this is electric fencing. It's quite a narrow walkway, and also she's down there, which is about half a kilometre from my field. The payoff is that the grass is great down there, but obviously for a youngster that's not ideal. The first day was a little traumatic, but we survived without her getting loose, which is the main thing. And actually since then, every day she's got better and better. There's been various ways that I've done this. The biggest thing is you don't get into a pulling fight with a horse, like any horse really, because they'll always win. And at the moment she doesn't realise how strong she is. So I just don't get in that situation. And then the other thing that I do is I start doing the TRT method, which I'll show you next. So here Rosie is just learning that when I stop, she's got to stop, and to reinforce the stop, you push them back a little bit and then I walk on again. I'm not that great at this at the moment. I'm really out of practice. So, and actually on this day she had destroyed my foot. So yeah, I wasn't walking quick enough or reacting quick enough, but actually to be fair, because she's quite good anyway, she's definitely sort of more in tune, and the more you work her, the more she starts to listen to me and not pay attention to like the horses around her, because what you can't see in this is that there is a horse screaming at her constantly. But yeah, I just run through the TRT method. Don't do too much circling as a youngster, but as you can see, that was really good. She walks forward, you just go no. And yeah, so I'm going to be doing lots of this, just, you know, getting her to think about where her feet are. And you see Just a minute. She relaxes and then, yeah, she's rewarded. First of all, sorry for my absolutely wild woman of the hills expressions and things here. But anyway, this is Rosie having her head collar taken off for the first time. I literally did it on video. We hadn't practiced. But actually, for a youngster, she is amazing. She's not bothered about it going over her ears. What is her issue is in touching her nose. So actually, this is really good. You see her do it. I give her a reward. She's licking and chewing. And I take it off. And then what's really nice here is she comes back towards me. So this is really early on. I'd only had her like a few days at this point, and she's just trying her best to be a good girl, and she's not moving away from me. Now this is another day. This is actually the other day when she just had a farrier, and here I am introducing the saddle pad. Like, there is no hard fast rules to like when you should be introducing these things, but here I'm just starting the start of like tying her up. That's why the rope is through the loop there. And then I thought, she's been really good grooming, so let's introduce the saddle pad. I put it on her back in half, so it's smaller. I let her sniff it, and also I take it off over her haunches because, if things go wrong, that's the way it's going to go. So it's important at this point that she's not like finding it difficult. Obviously, I started from the right hand side. Now I'm going to the left. So I'm showing it to her. You see there, she's not keen, but she gives it a sniff. I reward the sniff. I don't chase her with the pad. It's important that she is happy. So here she's not happy, but if you see that ear is always on me. She's listening to me and what I am doing. She is so in tune to what the human is up to, and then she takes a step towards me. She moves around and that's fine, I just stand there, and then she takes a step towards me. See, so it's good. Then she goes, no. I just stand there, all in her own time. See, and she's sort of, she's allowed to move around. There's a horse being shot outside, so there's stuff going on. And then I start doing it, putting it on like you would do if she was a normal horse, a normal adult horse in training. So she's quite happy. To be fair with her, like this sort of thing, she's never worn a rug or anything, but she's not bothered. I think when we put a rug on, she's going to be absolutely fine. Do it a couple of times, take it off over her back, and then just stand and let her relax. I'm going to do it this side. As you see, that ear is always on me. Whatever side you're on, that ear that's closest to you is always paying attention. But she's not upset. She's just looking. Here she licks and chews and puts her head down. So to back up the TRT stuff, I took it away from her because that was really good. And there she is. Bless her. So obviously addressing her condition, Rosie has been seen by the vet when she had her vaccinations the other day, and the vet was absolutely happy with her. He said he'd rather see her at this stage in her sort of career a little bit light, so that when I break her in, I can give her some downtime, just turn her out and let her get on with things. With a fat horse, that's really, really hard to do. So she's fine. And we are dealing with it. The lovely guys at Hestervard have sent me some lovely products, so hopefully I'll be able to show you over the course of the next few weeks how those products work. And already her coat's going from being quite starry to being quite shiny, and that's just happened in like 1 week of just decent handling, decent food, grazing and grooming. Actually, I haven't washed her yet, but as you can see, she's pretty clean. And yeah, so let's get her in. So I'm going to do one of these every week. And so the bottom photo was when I bought her. She weighed 404 kilos. And then a week later is the top photo, which I think looks better. But a little bit disappointingly, she'd lost a couple of kilos. But because she's kind of new, and this week she's had so much that she's had to deal with, her life is completely turned on its head. So actually losing a little bit of weight is not that bad. So next week should be more. And here's my make my feed time. So here we are. Rosie is on fast fibre. I am giving her it in 2 feeds a day at this point, but I now give her it in 3 feeds.
When you do fast fibre, you have to make sure you put double the amount of water to the cups that you're putting in. So a whole scoop would be about enough. And you have to leave it for 90 seconds. So all of it is completely out. The lovely guys at Hestavad are giving me this balancer. This is for guts. I like it because it's in a nice biodegradable container. There's not much plastic going on here, and they advised me to feed her the rate of what she should weigh. So she should be on the 500 kg one, even though she's only 400 kg, and that's just to help with her guts and that. We'll see how this is going. She's only been on a week, but she eats it. She loves it. I love this little cup. The fact that it's like, you know, all of this can be recycled is fantastic. So thank you so much to Leslie at Hestavad for that. And then they also gave me this, which is Profix. So this is like a prebiotic, probiotic. At the moment, I'm giving Rosie the sort of, you know, under stress amount. And again, I love this because they've got that little cute top there, which means that if I emptied it all out, it doesn't like just explode everywhere. And this is the best stuff, the Exagus. So this you can only get from the vets, and this is for like the supreme level of like gut care. And she gets one of those twice a day. It smells like banana. It's gorgeous. And then this is just some cheap char just to add into it. Although to be fair, with all the rest of it, actually that it's quite a big feed, so I've had to cut this down or just feed her more feeds, like smaller feeds more often. But yeah, give it a good mix in, and there we go. It smells amazing. And yeah, this is a little bit of feeding ASMR there. And then a little bit on the end, carrots. She won't take them from my hand at the moment, but she'll eat them in her dinner. So there you go. And as you can see, she's probably only been fed like stud cubes before, but she's loving this.
So following Rosie's first farrier visit, it became apparent that actually there's quite a lot to do. And this is often a problem with youngsters. So because she is so good, I forget that she is in fact like more like a 4-year-old yearling. So I kind of expected to be much better than she was. I could have made it easier for her, but we got it done. But my farrier's given me loads of work. So over the next course of next 6 weeks until she has farrier next, I'm going to be working on that. How do we work on that? So basically I'm going to not just pick her feet up, because she picks her feet up fine, but it's like taking it between your legs. So I'm going to practice doing what the farrier does with her, and then also we're going to work more on the TRT stuff for the next week. I don't want to start lunging her or anything yet, because she's still a little bit too light for my liking. So I've got a little weight in my head. When she reaches that weight, then we can start with the good stuff. But for now, like just doing all that TRT stuff and getting her going is the best thing I can do for her. Just getting her confident with humans and understanding what we want, and also respecting us. So if you like this and you want to see some more, then you know the score. You like, you subscribe, and then if they've got any questions whatsoever about young horses or just how I do things, then please pop me a little question in the comments. I will get back to everyone. And if you want to see more content in between the vlogs, then you can pop over to my Instagram. I'm probably the most active on there. I am on Facebook as well. And there's also my website, www.adventuresinblackandwhite.co.uk, and over there is a whole myriad of things. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I don't know whether we're going to do this weekly or fortnightly. That's why I kind of call it my vlogging journey. So I'm not actually fixing myself, but I'm hoping to do it about weekly. She's got weekly weigh-ins, so there should always be something for us to get our teeth into. But yeah, I can't wait to see you. I probably will pop in this time next week. And yeah, come back and see how she gets on.